Okay, you guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Welcome to Free Sunrise Sadhana. This free yoga sadhana is sponsored by my nonprofit organization, Divas Can Manifest. We are a women's health initiative. I am the founder and CEO, and I am a human and civil rights advocate. So thank you guys for being here. If you are joining, catching the replay, I appreciate you, sitting through this sadhana, taking this time for yourself. I just wanted to wait until my neighbors were done, introduce myself to some new people. This is my DIY yoga studio. This yoga space was on my vision board. I manifested this space for me to be able to do my yoga, but there was a point in time where I did not have a place to do my yoga. So, things are not perfect, but we love it here, okay? So let's get into it. Today we're going to run through a quick, gentle, well, it may not be so gentle, but I will try to give you some variations that you can try if you are not prepared to do some of the more advanced asana. Um, Today I am actually like needing this flow. Like I need my spine, I need everything, I need it right now, okay? So I woke up with a little bit of pain, so I was like, let's get it, okay? So we're gonna go through, of course, we're gonna start with our healing mantra, but there are a few asana that I wanna walk you through, that I wanna run through with you guys, that are particularly for the heart chakra. And during this time, I don't know about y'all, but I can definitely sense the negative vibes. So using black stones like jasper, or grounding stones like jasper or onyx to absorb negative energy is going to help you absorb the negative energy that you may be getting projected by other people. But also, just like a sign of your heart awakening is you release negative emotions, destructive feelings like anger, frustration, envy, greed, and things like that. So I definitely feel like we are, as a collective, we're definitely in need of a heart awakening. So let's go ahead and get into our asana to start. Grab some water, because it does get warm in here, okay? I also have some blocks, but you can grab a blanket, you can grab a towel, you can grab the floor. Yoga everywhere, yoga anywhere, okay? So if you don't have a mat, blocks, or anything like that, just do what you can, okay? So go ahead, and when you're ready, meet me down on your mat, okay? Take an easy seat, cross-legged position, anything that's comfortable for you. Because I have issues with this side of my body, I'm just going to place this leg on top, okay? I'm going to take a meditation pose, but this is also advanced asana, so if you're not all the way there, then that's okay. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to start with our healing mantra. We have covered this healing mantra over for the past couple of weeks. I'll check your message in a second. Let's finish our healing mantra, um, and get our intention started. Okay, so let's get into it, you guys. Hope you're feeling well. Just do anything to just kind of get yourself moving, especially since this is the morning time. Also want to make an announcement that we may be changing the time for our sadhana, because I just feel that 10 a.m. is a very, very busy time here at my facility, doing this on Saturdays. So I'll check your message right quick, actually. Hi, Hermit the Collector. My mom is a yoga teacher. It's only me. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Yes. There's always a mom around that's a yoga teacher. I have had like 3 yoga teachers that have like, I'm a yoga mom. And I'm like, do you do like child yoga? I actually had a yoga teacher who there's actually a type of, you can actually do like a training to become like a children's yoga teacher for like the child's anatomy and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool. But because I don't like children that much, I don't want to do that. But LOL. But anyways, so yes. Tell your mama I said hi. Okay. So my dream was to become a yoga teacher, to have a yoga studio, to have estudiantes. And so we are here, and I just love to be here. Okay. Thank you for joining my yoga sadhana. Okay. So let's start with our healing mantra. Okay, you can come into your meditation pose, or you can come into an easy seat. Okay, because this leg needs some stretching out, I just need my meditation pose right now. Okay, when you're ready, bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes if it feels safe. Okay, just take whatever movement feels good to you, especially at the beginning of your practice. You know, we don't, sometimes going into a yoga class and they just start off with the sequence, you're like, oh my gosh, no. And you just need to take some additional movement. Never feel like, if I'm doing an asana that you're uncomfortable with, that you don't feel like getting into, always feel free to take a seat, take a water break. Don't feel the need to keep up with the flow that I'm going. I'm usually flowing. I'll usually run through the sequence, 2 to 3 breaths per movement, and then we'll run it one breath to movement. And so usually a 2 to 3 ratio, and then moving into a 1 to 1 ratio. So once we get into the 1 to 1 ratio, it can be quite challenging to keep up as we run through the sequence 2 and 3 times and things like that. So if you ever need to take your time, sit down, get some water, or even come back to this practice if you need to, then feel free to do that. But I always want to challenge you to push through, because this is always like my favorite affirmation is, when discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. So a part of me healing my body from trauma, rewiring my brain-body connection, was forcing myself into difficult asana, forcing myself to power through, enduring difficult circumstances, and just breathing through. And yoga, the breath is so intentional. So keeping your breath and practicing your affirmation, I really can't endure. When discomfort becomes my friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. All of a sudden, my consciousness is expanding, my perception is expanding through mindfulness and meditation and staying open to receiving. That is what the heart chakra is all about, staying open to receiving. And I don't know about y'all, but the negative vibes are so big right now, especially, with the spring equinox and the eternal spring and Easter, the resurrection. Everything is so, there are people who are evolving and there are people who are not evolving around this eternal spring. This is the true new beginning. This is the true new year. So the people who are getting left behind are very disgruntled right now. So get your black stones over at Cosmic Intelligence and absorb that negative energy and stay grounded, okay? And don't judge people, because everyone is on their own timelines, okay? But my rant is over. Bring your hands to heart center, close your eyes, okay? Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, okay? Breathe as much as you need to. This practice is just to draw attention to your breath. Once you draw attention to your breath, the quality of your breath immediately improves. Let's move into our healing mantra. Triambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushtivardhana Urvarukamir varbadana Mritor mushkigamriamritat Om Triambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushtivardhana Urvarukamir varbardhana Mritor mushkiamriamritat Om Triambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushtivardhana Urvarukamir varbadana Mritor mushkiamriamritat Om Open your eyes when you're ready. Close your mouth and return to a normal breath. The healing mantra is a concept, and like under all of the other previous weeks, I will list down the translation. It is not a direct translation, but it is a intention to heal. This is my healing diaries. This is where I take you on my journey. Especially if you tune into some of my vlogs, you'll see a lot more of my healing journey, and I'll talk more about my background and how I have used movement and meditation and yoga asana to return back to my body and to heal my physical body from trauma. And I don't think I finished my statement earlier. I'm thinking about moving our yatna, our yatna, our yoga satna earlier. I know that some people, go out on Friday nights and they are not ready to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and meet me here. Okay, but we will be. You can always catch the replay when you wake up. But personally, I am not out late, so I am up at the ass crack of dawn. So I am thinking to, as sunrise, we should literally be here at sunrise, right? And have you ever heard of the 5 a.m. crew? It is like, I think actually one of my yoga masters told me about this. She was like, she loves doing her yoga. I think this is actually a concept in yoga. I can't quite remember all the way, but I think I heard this somewhere. Is that like being up when the rest of the world is asleep is like one of the most powerful times of the day. So, but anyway, let's get into it. When you're ready, let's meet me in a child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch at the back of your mat. Bring your knees to the outermost edges of your mat. Connect your forehead and draw out your extremities. Draw attention to your breath. Spread your palms as wide as they can go, your fingers as wide as they can go. Don't be afraid to shift your hips. Get comfortable here. Constrict the back of your throat and seal your lips. This is your Ujjayi breath, your breath of fire. On your next inhale, exhale and draw your tailbone closer to your heels. Deepen. You can shift your gaze to the right. Shift your gaze to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Raise into a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Stack your knees, your hips over your knees. You can tuck your toes under. I like to tuck my toes under just because because my feet are always in points when I'm on the pole and when I'm just being regular. I like to engage flexion on my mat, okay? So we're here. At this point, you can take some barrel rolls, start warming up your spine. And start in one direction, and when you're ready, you can rotate in the opposite direction. Even bring your neck and head into it as well. Notice the crackling sensation. Notice the tension releasing. Breathe. Cat-cow. And as always, I forget what these are called. I just like to take whatever movement feels good to me. Before I move into those downward and upward facing dogs, which people don't talk about how difficult those are, especially as a beginner. When you're ready, send your hips up and back. Push your heels into the ground. Draw your shoulder blades down and away from your back. Come up into your tippy toes. Push your heels back down. Send your gaze directly to the back wall. Not feeling strong? Come back into a tabletop. It'll get easier. Try it again. Send your hips up and back. Engage your core. And when you're ready, step or hop to the top of your mat, starting with your right foot. If you are stepping, hang, forward fold. If you can, take a monkey pose. Place your feet on the top of your palms and bend, hinge those hips. Try not to lock your knees. Yes, hamstrings. Get those legs warmed up. I honestly feel like my hamstrings are like the tightest part on my body. Shift. Take a ragdoll. Reach for your elbows. Switch out your grip. Switch for your opposite elbow. Shake your head. Yes. Shake your head no. Place your palms on the mat, and when you're ready, inhale into your mountain pose. Draw your shoulder blades down, your back away from your ears. Turn your palms to face each other. And when you're ready, Samasti Tahi, stand at attention. We're going to set our intention. My intention today, protect the crown. Last week's sadhana was all about the solar plexus, all about, stop remaining in your power. There will be a lot of people who will come for your crown. There will be a lot of weaker and less fortunate people who will attack your crown. Protect your power, protect your divinity, and transmute it into light. Instead of judging these people, with our heart chakra awakening flow today, we're going to open our heart even bigger to these people. We're going to expand our capacity to love even more, for they do not know the error of their ways. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, step backwards. High plank. Exhale, high to low plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Did you know that upward facing dog is a heart awakening yoga asana? Now we're going to step forward with our left foot. Inhale. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Heart awakening, open up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Challenge yourself this time. This is a kickback, okay? Place your hands. Make sure you have, I like to make sure my hand is on the mat. I have a rubber mat, so this gives me a lot of grip. But if you have one of those like Five Below mats or a cheaper mat, be careful, okay? Try to, palms as spread as far as you can. This gives me a lot of grip, but if you have another mat that is not so grippy, you can slip and bust your face, okay? So we're going to kick back into our high plank. Okay, inhale, upward facing dog. My hips hurt today. Let me know if you have any injuries. I have an injury in my hip flexor, so I love upward facing dogs a lot, as well as for my heart chakra, okay? Let's run through our sequence one more time, okay? This is our sun salutation A. Flip those feet, send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Right foot. Listen up for variations. Inhale, three-legged dog. You watch me first. Okay? We're going to repeat that on our opposite side. Sun salutation A into sun salutation B, okay? I love warriors because they are heart awakening poses. Reverse warrior, super heart awakening, okay? Chaturanga Dandasana and our Chaturanga Dandasana, our upward facing dogs, are very, very powerful, okay? So I want to draw your attention to important difference with our sun salutations. Okay, so as you can tell, if you've been here over the last couple of weeks, we have been building on our Surya Namaskar. Everything, you can build a solid yoga practice with just Surya Namaskar. You don't have to be a yoga teacher. You don't have to be so aesthetic. You can literally build upon your Surya Namaskar. And with a Renaissance membership, with yoga therapy, we take a journey to the splits, and we go into our cross training for our aerial practices. So you guys can catch me over there, okay? So, but let's get back into it. I want to make sure you guys know that, okay? So we are here. I have cued you guys through this a lot of times before, but if you are new to my channel, you want to send your gaze directly over your middle finger, okay? Send, your shoulders are likely to hunch, bring them down, okay? Warrior one, excuse me, is this warrior one or warrior two? Warrior two, okay? Parallel your feet, doesn't have to be perfect, but just rotate it outwards. This is hip opening and heart opening, okay? Reverse warrior, put your back hand on your back thigh, send your palm facing back. Ooh, yes. Open up that torso, okay? High lunge. Okay? Planted lizard pose, as we did last week. Take whatever you need here. And when you're ready, just take some additional movements here, especially this is our first run through variation of our Surya Namaskar. Plant them back, Step back into your downward facing dog. Listen up for your variation. Inhale. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step through. High lunge. Warrior two. Revolve triangle. Reverse warrior. Parallel. Windshield wiper them down. Get back into your low lunge. Lizard pose. Don't forget to breathe. Listen to my breath. I won't always cue the breath, but I'll try to cue you with my breath. Wide angle forward fold. We're going to move into our next heart awakening pose. Start from the wide angle forward fold. You want to draw a big circle with your arms. Open up that heart chakra. Star pose. Let me turn around so you can see me. We came from our wide angle forward fold. Grab for your ankles. Grab for your shins. Notice the difference in your hip flexors. Which one's more flexible? The one that's more flexible is more prone to injury. I'll just tell you that. Push up. Take a small, wide squat, wide leg squat. Draw a big circle with your arms. Start pose. Good morning. Good morning. Wide angle forward fold. And when you're ready, shuffle in. And meet me in a forward fold. Mountain pose. How do you feel? Hello, hello, hello. Yes, okay. Take some water, okay? I feel very warmed up. So, before we move into our heart, our key heart awakening poses, is definitely important to warm your body up, warm your spine up. So the couple of poses that I'm going to walk you through, I'm going to walk you through camel pose. I'm going to walk you through a bow pose, and I'm going to walk you through chakrasana, wheel pose, okay? So you can come, we're going to our final pose. I would like to say chakrasana, wheel pose, is a P pose, okay? So to get you warmed up, we're going to move directly into our camel and bow pose, okay? So just meet me on your mat. Take a hero's pose, okay? See my feet. Stretch out your toes and your ankles. That feels so good. Oh my God, for my points. Oh, it feels so good. I'll take these all day long, as much as I can. Okay? Place your palms on your thighs, facing down for grounding, facing up to receive. Because this is an upper chakra, I like to keep my hands open to receive. Okay? Move your ankles around. They hurt, right? They hurt all the time. Okay? So let's move into our camel pose, okay? This is going to not only be good for your heart chakra, but also open up your hips if you have injuries in your hips. So I take a lot of camels as much as I can, okay? So you're just going to come up to your knees, flip your tops of your feet over, take your palms and place them on your lower back. Okay, draw your elbows as close as possible together. Okay, so this is how we look. All right, a this is not a proper camel. Okay, it doesn't do anything. Okay, when you draw your elbows closer together, it draws your shoulder blades away from your ears for one, and you can feel the difference. Okay, so it's just squeeze. Okay, squeeze your glutes to protect your lower back actually as well. Okay, and then you're going to send your gaze directly behind you. Open up. Oh, yes, tight, right? Hard to breathe. Squeeze those elbows tighter. Sit into your hero's pose. Ooh, don't you feel that heart open? I feel it. I definitely feel it. Okay. Take a couple more at your own pace. When you're ready, keep trying them. I know it feels so good on my neck. It feels so good with my shoulder blades. It feels so good for like the top of my body. Okay. And just opening up my heart to receive. Okay, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I know personally, being neurodivergent, and I know some people on the autistic spectrum as well who are very shy, antisocial, introverts. We have this tendency to, this is a physical, I can tell a heart chakra blockage within people by the way that they carry their shoulders. If they're all hunched in, okay, if they all looking down, right? For one, your solar plexus is blocked, you're not feeling confident, and two, your heart is so blocked, you're not being open to receive people. You can literally tell that someone's heart is blocked because they are not open to receiving love. They're not open to sharing and caring with other people, okay? During these times, especially around this eternal spring, with this new beginning, there's also the Ace of Wands, a new flame of awareness. It is going to bring attention to those who are evolving and those who are not evolving. With the flame of awareness, it may even scare you to connect with people. It may cause you to shy away, to open that heart chakra big, and have an assertive engagement with the outer world. We don't care if you're offended by our presence. We don't care if you don't accept us. We accept ourselves, okay? It's not what they told us, it's what we told ourselves, okay? So, when you're ready, meet me, just lay down belly first on your mat, okay? And I was going to take you guys through Surya Namaskar again, but if you're tired at this point, it's okay. You can just come down to the mat, okay? And you can come from an upward facing dog, like if you're doing Chaturanga and Dandasana, okay? You can come to an upward facing dog, bringing those feet off the ground into a floor bow, okay? Squeeze your knees together, grab the top of your feet, and send your gaze down to the floor, okay? And then you just want to press up with all of your might, okay? As if someone took a string around your feet and your hands and pulled you directly into the sky. How you like them apples? Oh, my floor bowl has gotten so much better. Did you see that floor bowl? Did you see it? I know you saw it. 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 That is also one of my favorite heart awakening poses, okay? So, some asana, in my opinion, go very well into sequencing, but some asana, I just like to practice. I have to force myself to practice them. Camel pose and toe pose are those two that I have to practice a lot, okay? But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Let's see where we are for time. Well over for time. Next week, I'll go into our wheel pose. Maybe I'll just do it really quick, actually. Let me show you wheel pose, okay? A beautiful sequence that you can do, actually from Surya Namaskar. I did not realize my mat was crooked like this. But you'll need to have some space between you and the wall or you'll hit it. Can you guys still see me? Okay. So let's run through our Chakrasana wheel pose, okay? So inhale into a mountain pose. Just like our other ones. Chaturanga Dandasana. Okay? But actually, instead of going into an upward facing dog, we're here in a high plank, okay? So actually, let me turn the other way so you guys can see me better. Okay? We're here in a high plank, and then you actually want to come into a side plank. Stack your feet together, and then take your outside foot and come up onto your tippy toes. Rotate your left hand inwards. Peak pose. Place your head down, booty down, into a safe dismount. Bow pose is my fave. Oh man, how y'all feeling? Because I'm tired. But you also want to do it on your other side as well. We ain't done. Okay? All right. Inhale into a mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Okay? That's nice. Okay? That's nice right there. You feel that? Oh, my back needs that. Okay? Inhale. High plank. Okay? Try your opposite side. Woo! I know this one. Woo! Okay, we're here. Woo! You have to. Rotating it. You come up on those tippy toes. Safe dismount. Head, booty. Yay! Meet me on your mat. Take an easy seat. Let's go ahead and close out, friends. Give me one big and a thank you to our higher power, to ourselves, and to each other. The love and the light in me honors the love and the light in you. Namaste. Bye, you guys. Thank you for joining me. Let me know what you thought. Bye.